Attention! Pathfinders are now available to scout the front line.
All right. Well, after a fantastic game one, an opening game to this what looks to be amazing tournament, StephennJF is going to play as the US forces, and he has gone straight in with Airborne Battle Group to get his extra man on his Pathfinders. And on the right hand side of the map is going to be Noob Nath playing as Wehrmacht. It's going to be just a switch up of the factions that were played in the previous round, but Noob Nath is definitely going to have something to prove here. It's worth noting in game one, Noob Nath had a phenomenal, flawless early game. Really couldn't fault it, but somehow Stephen held on. He made all the right moves, put mines in the right places, and just ended up with an incredible win. Noob Nath perhaps could be criticised a little bit for not getting into tech until so late in the game, but let's have a look how he decides to play his Wehrmacht. Stephen just seems to be repeating a little bit of the strategy that was used against him here. Double Pathfinders, probably going to go into 3 Riflemen, Greyhound. And yeah, Noob Nath learned one thing from the previous game. It was the importance of green cover in territory quite close to the base. I actually think that Stephen might do himself a few favors here if he doesn't play as aggressively as Noob Nath did, because Noob Nath is probably expecting that and probably willing to spend a little bit more time in his base right now, just nailing down the defenses. Might be a good time to get some resources built up, but Stephen isn't doing that actually. He's actually prioritized 2 minor munitions points in the center of the map. Hasn't gone for any of the big ones, which suggests he's just trying to disrupt the Wehrmacht forces in the early game. Gotta get rid of those Co-2 habits. That's a very nice early game positioning from Noob Nath. He's actually gone for a double MG42, so really concerned about territory control at the start. Stephen just stealing the green cover. It's not been that well placed really by Noob Nath, so able to be exploited from the other side.
The enemy has claimed our territory for their own.
It's an interesting strategy this. I think he's just going for vision with MG42s by getting the Pioneers. I believe they have a slight bonus to their vision ahead of normal infantry, so as well as an increase in capture speed, which will be very helpful for getting back into the map. Field defenses, of course, crucial. I'm not 100% sure what the manpower banking is at the moment. It's stacking up 400 plus manpower. You can see the work that's having to be done with these MG42s, just trying to get in a backline position. Probably going to wait for the riflemen to dive in, find out the line that they're taking, and then set up the MG42. Quite sensible not to set that up preemptively.
Man down! He's dead!
The adversary is trying to take one of our points.
And there it is. Yep. Vision from the Pioneers. Great setup from the MG42s. Actually negating the green cover here caused by the sandbags, so not leaving anything for Stephen to work with. Stephen has, however, got to retreat from this because of the low health of the Pioneers. Now he may lose vision on that squad, but Stephen is going to retreat. Not going to risk still being sighted by the machine gun. Noob Nath got another very low health Pioneer on the front. And has just given up the vision. MG42 doesn't have that advantage without the Pioneers around, so it kind of means that Noob Nath has got to retreat now.
Raid enemy territory and capture resources.
So much riding on these Pioneers. Scout car and Pack 40 in the build. So again, this is a huge recon-based build from Noob Nath. I think it's fairly clear what he's trying to do is just get as much intel on Steven's movements as possible. He'll be able to bounce around with the scout car, potentially even upgrade it to the, I'm not going to pronounce that, but the anti-tank gun upgrade. It's pretty beastly against light vehicles, so... And interestingly as well, we do not have the medical station yet. So all of these units are going back into engagements at around half health or less. Definitely something for Steven to capitalize on. Scout car is hugely effective here, going to force that retreat. Noob Nath will want to chase this and try and wipe the squad, and I'm pretty confident he'll be able to. The closest thing is the rifleman. And I don't believe that Steven's teched up to grenades. Is he going to let that go? Yeah, he's just scared of the grenades. I think he just tempted it there to see if he had them. Maybe I've just realised at that point that he's made a mistake. Have a quick look at the map. Early game territory for Noob Nath's Wehrmacht here has been substantially better than what Steven had in the early stages of his game, so probably looking to see a more advanced Wehrmacht army playing against the US in this second game of the series. I'm liking the use of the Flak 30 as well. With the scout car and Flak 30, I actually think that Steven's got a pretty good... Sorry, Noob Nath's got a pretty good loadout. And of course the Jaeger squad's upgraded with Panzer Shrek. I'm interested for Steven, actually. Let's have a look what he's got at the moment. So he has already gone into his motor pool, but we're just not seeing the tech decision yet. It's available. Let's see if he picks it. Yep, he's going the Greyhound.
Defend our victory point. We're losing it.
Deadlock on the VPs at the moment. Let's get some nice cinematic.
We got the Panzerschreck.
We have lost control of a victory point.
MG deploying here.
Crucial suppression from the MG42. Again, I think we're seeing a smoke bombing run there. Just trying to just give enough time for his units to break suppression. The Greyhound is actually going to try and come and flank. Just pick off some units on the retreat. Here comes the 8-rad armoured car. So Noob Nath also playing mechanized battle group, which is what Steven played in his game and was successful winning with.
Sectors are isolated. We have been cut off. One of our capture points is under attack.
Benefit to both players here is they both played each other's companies in the previous round, so they should know what to expect. They should know rough build times and unlock times from the company commanders.
Alarm. Sector overrun. We have lost a sector. Field medics will be deployed at the headquarters.
Armored car. Not doing as much damage as I think Noob Nath would like right now.
We have vehicles ready to be deployed.
He's got to get himself into a better position to deliver some of those shots.
We have finished the research.
Greyhound's going to go and try and take down the flak gun. That flak 30 is absolutely unprotected right now. It's a great opportunity for the rifleman to come in. It's going to get decrewed before the scout car can get there. It has got the anti-tank gun upgrade. But if the riflemen take over this flak 30, that would be pretty problematic. And I do not know why he retreated from that. Here comes the smoke bombing run. So it is an evac behind enemy lines. And I love watching this. This is why this game is so fun. Gotta escort the payload out of there. Do we have grenades for Stephen? He has got them teched. So he could have used the sticky bomb then. Noob Nath is not wise to it. But even so, it gets taken out by the flak 30 and the Greyhound. That is insult to injury. First it's been stolen. Then it wipes his vehicle. Stephen is now in a really strong position. Head on VPs. He's going to neutralize high resource territory.
We're losing a strategic point.
And you have to wonder if Noob Nath was just a little bit rattled by that game one after being in such a strong position.
We can't stay here. Supplies are cut off.
That's a really important moment for Noob Nath. Might inject a little bit of positivity back into his head right now, telling him I can do this. Stephen hasn't gone for anything from his airborne battle group yet. Let's have a quick look at Noob Nath. He's again hasn't gone for anything on the mechanized support side, so perhaps he is going to do what we thought Stephen was going to do in the last game and go for a Panther as quick as possible. The sticky bombs, and that's a big hit from the M1 anti-tank gun. Noob Nath is forced to use smoke canisters to get out of that. I really do love the aggression and positioning from Stephen when he gets in with those Greyhounds. He's always got recon, he's always got the right angle just to sneak behind the arc of a machine gun or an AT gun and just deliver a hit that forces a retreat. Actually, Noob Nath got to be a bit careful here as the flanking rifleman. He's on that immediately. Noob Nath's actually going to invest in a third squad of Jaeger infantry.
A squad of Jaeger has been requisitioned.
It's interesting where he's going to tech up with this. Is this going to be his AT platform for the whole game? It is. He's going to have mobile AT in the form of Panzerschrecks. And I don't think it's that bad a choice actually, because we've got, I think we've got six squads of infantry on the field. 2 MG42s for Noob Nath, plus the 2 armoured cars. I think actually anti-infantry capability is well and truly there for Noob Nath. He's probably got the stronger army right now, if it doesn't feel like he's in the stronger position. He certainly has the means to get map control. That flak 30 is just posing a real problem now for Noob Nath. He's going to be training his mortar on that constantly.
You have 3 command points at your disposal.
We can't take losses like this.
Stephen's just not letting up on the aggression whatsoever. This is a great opportunity for the Greyhound here. There just isn't that long-range anti-tank to worry about, so the Greyhound really, as soon as it knows there's no infantry around, it can just poke its head in and be really, really aggressive. By comparison, the 8-rad armored car just isn't pulling it. Noob Nath calls the GG. I don't think he can handle any more, and that is it. Games go to Stephen.